I am downtown on Georgia Avenue. I'm going to try out a new coffee shop today. It's not quite open. It opens at 7. I got down here about 6:45. I'm bumping my camera, I'm sorry. I'm going to go in and try out a cappuccino inside when they get ready and talk about a couple of things I'm doing today. There.
Okay, cool. Sorry, this thing is a little bit thin.
A few videos ago, I took you out to talk about the platypod and how I'm going to use that with my camera when I go to Italy. And I have the platypod with me today. I'm going to show you a new piece that I bought to go with it that I'm going to use there as well. Right now I have my phone on the Mantis Pod Z, as I normally do. But you will notice that I'm not using my normal microphones. Instead, I have a DJI Mic 2. Now, it's a little complicated, so stick with me here for a minute. But if I can get rid of this, the amount of space it takes, and just use the same microphone that I use with my Pocket 3, then I have saved some weight, I've saved a little space, made everything just a little lighter and easier to maneuver. The difficulty with this microphone, unless I'm using something like the Blackmagic app, the difficulty with this microphone is it does not record to the phone unless I plug in the receiver. I don't want to take the receiver. That's a whole other piece of equipment that I don't want to take. So the nice thing about the Mic 2 is that it records internally. So I have it recording inside the mic. I can use it with or without the camera. And when I bring this in to edit it, I'll bring in the video from the phone, which has audio on it, even though it's awful. And I will underlay the audio from the Mic 2, line them up, and use that. So what you're hearing right now is the Mic 2. I'm going to take that off and let you hear what the iPhone sounds like without the mic. And it is about, I don't know, probably 2 feet from me at the moment. And I've got this music playing inside the coffee shop, and I've got guys talking over here, and I've got the machines going on. And I'm sure it sounds awful. In addition to that, we're going back to the Mic 2 now. In addition to that, I'm having to talk really soft because, I don't want to bring a whole lot of attention to myself. The other thing that I have bought, and again, this is from Platypod, this is a phone holder, and it doesn't have a clamp on it to tighten the phone down like the Mantis Pod does, but it just grips, and I'm going to put this up here, maybe you can see it. It sort of surrounds the phone. So it holds it good and tight. It's not going anywhere. And I really like this because I can attach this to the Platypod. I can also use the stand that I mentioned I bought. But, it doesn't look like much, but you control the ball head down here below the phone. So you can move this around. You can do vertical phone, you can do horizontal phone, and when you get it where you want it, you just tighten this down. It tightens up that ball head right there. So my hope is to be able to use the Platypod and this stand with my phone and the Mic 2 for my audio. This is so much smaller and more compact than the Manus Pod Z. Now, obviously, I can't hang it off of stuff like I can with the Manus Pod. It does come, these little spaces right here, comes with a sort of a belt-like strap. I guess strap is the word I'm looking for. And I can strap this to a light post, or I can strap it to a fence, or I can strap it to a tree branch. So I can use it that way if I choose to. And fortunately, I have two of these. I bought them when they were on sale. I think they're about $65 a piece, and I didn't pay much more than that for two of them together. So this is $65, and this is about $40. So we're talking about $100 or so. Where the Manus Pod Z was, I always forget, 45 bucks or something like that, and then about $19 for the Joby on top. It's really not that much more expensive, and it will pack really light and travel with me really easily. That's the video today. I'm still kind of preparing. Now, the difference is I'm going to continue. Let me just point this out. I'm going to continue to use microphones like this for a while on this channel because I'm trying to demonstrate what you can do with the cheapest possible things available. I do have another cheap set of microphones coming to try out. But when I go to Italy or when I go on a trip somewhere, I will be using this microphone because I want to get the absolute best audio possible. When we go back to the studio to sort of say goodbye, I'll show you the difference in sound between these two mics. This microphone is $99. These two microphones are $125 or so. Maybe I will just start using this all the time. We will see you back in the studio. By the way, this is my first time to Culture Coffee. It's a really nice spot. It's just downtown. It opens up at 7. I think it's open till 5. Not very busy right now, and the coffee's really good. Well, today's video was sort of an opportunity to go get coffee, but also a little bit of an experiment. Now, I would ordinarily have run that audio through Adobe Podcast Enhance to minimize even more the background noise. And that might have even taken care of the iPhone audio on its own. I don't know. I'm still sort of experimenting. I have the Kamika mic hooked into my my t-shirt under my shirt as normal, and I'm also, you'll see this little DJI magnet here, if I can get it up here close enough. I have the DJI mic recording internally at the same time, so I'm recording both of these audio. Right now you're listening to the Kamika mic, and so I'm going to switch it over now to the DJI Mic 2. And again, this has not been run through Adobe Podcast Enhance. This is just how the audio sounds to see how the two compare. One thing that I do notice with the DJI Mic 2 is that I don't get the shirt noise that I sometimes get with the Kamika mic. So I'm going to go back to the Kamika mic now. And so anyway, it's sort of an experiment. And I'm looking for ways to minimize the amount of gear and the number of times I have to change things out. So if I can get by with one mic on my trip and not have to worry about two separate kinds of mics, and if I've got a mic that's magnetized so that it clips on easily and I don't have to worry about putting a safety pin in my t-shirt, it just makes life easier. And eventually, again, like I said, I've got another mic coming that I'm going to try out to see how it compares to the Kamika mic. It's a really inexpensive mic. And keep in mind, the $99 for the DJI Mic 2 gets you one mic. $125 for the Kamika gets you two mics in case you want to have two people talking at the same time. So it's not really an apples to apples comparison price-wise.
The mic that I have coming, I want to say is around $40, and I think it comes with 2 mics as well, so it's really, really cheap. I expect it to sound cheap, but we have to try them out. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow.